おはよう世界雲には不可能の闇を払って神話を日常に変えていくオルセイコケムズ道に導かれ世界を広げよう世界中の海を股にかけてゆく雄たけび上げて心が晴れたら出発の合図を響かせゆこうラタラララタラタラタラライェイラタラララタラタラタララライェイさあ行こう立ち止まることなく流れる時に負けないように何度も立ち向かい続けよう大切なもの失いたくないから信じたその先へのどこまで行ける必ず行けるはずさ誰よりも信じ抜けばいい今日までのタフなストーリーさあ準備は上出来新しい合図をらすんできたる眩しさと難易度が上昇夢うつつで起こせハリケーンさあちゃんとかき乱せ One tree One wish 夢は逃げない全部の 違いじゃなくて心から笑えるようにたった一度だけ一瞬のきらめきだけそんなやまないのにじゃない勘違いに信じたい飛び越えてもう一回狭んでく君の視界を僕らの世界を広真っ赤な本能汗だくのソウル難題だらけの Just the way you are 貫き通す削ぎ落とす夜なんてかますつもりもない背負い込んだ感情はひらひら掴み取るのが理想像真っ赤な本能汗だくのソウル残ったのはどっちだ Into next station 手のひらぶつけて burn that soul 余計なもん忘れたら燃やしてけりろ Go for it 手のなる方へ trust your feet 鬼のようこの体燃やしてけりろ全て take it up take it up take it up あなたの心だけ Be the naked be the naked yeah take it up take it up take it up ぶつかり合って Be the naked be the naked 1 2 3 4 I can fight the man ビンビンマッチョでガンガンヒットでバンバンハンドな With the wild challenger 今のワイルドチャレンジャー我らワイルドチャレンジャー
Ada! Hi, you guys! Ah! Ah! It's coming back! I don't want to be on this planet anymore! Ah! You guys are nuts, you know that? That's why I love ya. Hey Duke, welcome in! Thank you so much. Say, okay, no thank you, Sage, for that Nemesis jump scare. Thank you, Robin, for the hydrate, and Aiden for the cute bomb. You guys are amazing. How's it going? And oh, and I miss Bite. Thank you so much for the 9 months. Let's go. Let's go. Who else am I missing? Hi, Julie! Hi! Wrath of Darkness! Taya, welcome! And Savvy, it's good to see you! So, yes, I is super scary. I can just draw this and not use it, right? Yeah. Well, anyway. Where are my anime fans at? Type 1 in chat if you are an anime fan, if you've watched anime, you really like it. Type 2 in chat if you are an anime newbie and you are here to get your mind blown. Congratulations! Oh, thank you for the 7 stream watch streak, Deadly Wrath. As a badger who enjoys anime, there are good old anime stuff out there. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I just realized, yeah, the plush throw won't work because I don't have the 3D program up, and so I don't have the 3D plush loaded. Oops. Sorry, Taya. Okay, so we got Sage, we got Wrath of Darkness, who are anime fans. The Vixie 3D model too. Oh, thank you! Thank you! Yeah, I do have to update that so that it has my new design. But until then, yeah, I at least have one silly, stupid avatar. That works. And that's this one right here. So, a little bit of backstory about me and anime. So, I grew up in the Midwest of the US in a very homophobic and transphobic community. And so, I learned that I was gay really early on, like when I was a preteen, like when I was 12. And it's like, well, there's nothing I can do to change that, but like, everyone's homophobic saying I shouldn't be gay. So, I didn't have anyone in my community I really connected to. But, I ended up discovering the anime community and starting to connect through them. And it's through them that I ended up having like, kind of like, a bit of a safe haven, so to speak. Because, like, especially back then, like, there was a lot of LGBTQ representation in the anime community. And something that I really appreciated. So, sit back and relax. And thank you so much for joining me down this trip of memory lane. Because, holy shit. Anime in the 2000s, it was a different animal altogether. I mean, one of the things that's great about it is that the selection that you had was kind of limited. Plus, it was actually really hard to get, really hard to actually, like, get anime, and much less to actually watch it. Anyway, I will get into that. Maybe it's best to start from my exposure to anime. How many of you here have watched Pokemon before? Like a Pokemon anime before? Type 1 in chat if you watch Pokemon. I really think that Pokemon, the anime, was probably the first show that I saw that I actually learned was anime. It was from Japan. Sata, the anime community has been collecting us gay since its inception. Damn right. Damn right. But, yeah. I watched that. I watched Pokemon, I watched Digimon, I watched like Card Captors, like a handful of things I kind of knew were anime, but didn't really get into the community or anything like that for a while. But in the early 2000s, a little anime called Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out. And you might know a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a trading card game that is still going on to this day. But they had the original anime airing in America at the time. And I was watching it since the beginning, since before they actually like translated the card game for America. I still remember how hype it was when they released the first two starter decks. But still, the point is that I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! And so what should happen but little like 13-year-old me who's freshly like figuring out she is gay is walking through the bookstore and she sees a cover like this, with a big old picture of Yugi right on top of it. And like me as a 13-year-old is like, wait, there's Yu-Gi-Oh books? Why did no one tell me there were Yu-Gi-Oh books? This is amazing! And so I pick it up and I get it. But they kind of did a bait and switch on me. Does anyone recognize exactly what this book is? Has anyone actually read Shonen Jump? Type 1 if you have. But for those who don't know what this is called Shonen Jump. And what it is it is a compilation manga. The idea is that in Japan, Jump is a manga publisher, and manga is naturally the precursor to anime. And so a lot of your favorite anime was written as a manga first. And so the publisher, Jump, decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to regularly publish the newest manga chapters of our most popular series in a compilation, and that became known as Shonen Jump. And so, not only did this book have Yu-Gi-Oh in it, but it had a handful of other anime in it. In manga form. And so, it was the first time that I learned about exactly what manga is. Like, how they decided to translate, but still keep the reading order from right to left because of the original publication. It meant that the artwork and everything was only right side when it was facing right to left instead of left to right, the traditional English reading method. So, why is this important? Well, two things. First of all, the Yu-Gi-Oh chapter in there that I was reading was quite a bit different from the Yu-Gi-Oh anime that I was watching. For those of you who don't know, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime actually did not start with the English release. There's an entire series, an entire season known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Series 0 that they never localized into English because, well, it wasn't about the card game. And so, and so I want to see if I can actually find like Yu-Gi-Oh! Series 0 clip to show you just what this anime was about. Because really, the idea is that this evil spirit is basically taking down people who are like mean to Yugi and his friends by beating them at his own game. But it gets dark. It gets dark. Let's see. Have any clips? This is, well, that's promising. Why Yu-Gi-Oh! Series 0 is badass. Okay. If you're listening, I need you to come and actually take a look for a minute. Okay? I know which episode this is, and it's probably the most famous one from Series 0. Okay, y'all here? Is everyone here? It's gonna be in Japanese because it was not translated, so you gotta look at the subtitles. Type 1 if you're here! Thank you! Okay, here goes.
動くやつはこうだ。
くそ。
まずは酒とそれからタバコを持ってこい。何しろ今まで善良な市民を演じていたからな。 酒もタバコもやめてたんだ。だがよ、こうなりゃ逆に自由だぜ。
ちょっとさっきこの男気の弱そうなガキそう言ったわね。まさか遊戯？遊戯でしょ？来ちゃダメ！
うぜえ、黙ってろ！
Oh yeah, Japan doesn't pull any punches, Taya.
だが俺を選んだのが運の尽きだ。お望みのものを持ってきたぜ。
貴様、誰がテーブルにつけと言った？
はい、あんたの遊び相手になってやろうと思ってね。ゲームの時間だ。
今の声遊戯？違う、似ているけど違うわ。少なくとも自信に満ちたあの声遊戯のはずがない。
おー、ゲームね、少しばかり興味はあるな。昔から賭け事には目がねえんだ。
ただし、ただのゲームじゃない。闇のゲーム、命がけのゲームだ。
面白そうじゃねえか。ルールを聞きたいね。バカじゃねえかこのガキ。舐めた真似するとどういうことになるか教えてやるぜ。
妙に静かだ。一体何が起こってるんだ？
ルールはたった一つ。それはこの10本の指の中で決められた1本以外動かしてはならないという制約さ。
Right, Sage?
お互いの自由。その選んだ指だけで。
They had so much fun with the camera movement.
どの指を選ぶ？
それなら当然この人差し指を選ぶね。銃の引き金を引くための人差し指をな。
オーケー。俺はこの指を選ぶ。
親指一本で何ができるってんだ。まあこの俺が一瞬であの世に送ってやるぜ。
ゲームスタートの合図をしたら何をしようと自由。引き金を引くこともね。じゃあ行くぜ。ゲームスタート。
この一瞬でゲームオーバーだ。あ、そうか、まだ火をつけていなかったな。最後にその親指で俺のタバコに火をつけさせてやる。その後殺してやるぜ。
このライターやるよ。あの世に持って行きな。その酒はロシア製のウォッカ。アルコール度 90% だ。動けない。
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be smoking anymore.
試しに銃を撃ってみろよ。反動で確実にライターは落ちるぜ。行くぞ、安全。
このままじゃそうだ、こうすれば。
やはりルールを守ることができなかったようだな。
なんだあの額の目は。
闇のゲームは人間の本性を暴き出す。ルールを破った者には運命の罰ゲーム。
あっ、このガキふざけやがって。
闇の扉が開かれた。
誰か早くこの火を消してくれ。
And
A lot of people still
and that is the kind of shit I was reading in this book right here. Like seriously. I'm just like going through here. And honestly wondering to myself, what the heck did I stumble into? Because I just was wanting an innocent card game. Oh, thank you so much for the cute Sappy and Aiden. And Yogi's full on killing people. Like, what? And not only that, there was like 6 other comics in here. Each of them had their like own really cool stuff. Me watching Death Note for the first time with my dad. Oh yes. God, I had so much nostalgia for Death Note. Because yeah, Death Note came out, this is skipping ahead a bit, but I ended up really getting into Death Note when it originally came out. It was like 2007, I want to say. But it was huge in the anime community. For those of you who don't know what Death Note is basically a Sherlock versus Moriarty type cat and mouse game. And it has a huge gothic theme to it. Did you know that Death Note has it plays like Among Us? I had no idea. Like, honestly. But yeah, the basic premise of Death Note is that there is literally a notebook that belongs to a Soul Reaper. And all you need to do to kill someone with it is write their name in it. And so it goes from that, and it goes to this one kid who's like a high schooler who's all like, I'm so smart, everyone here is so dumb, life is so boring, you know? And then he gets this notebook. And he was like, you know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm gonna fucking be a vigilante with this. I'm gonna go in and start killing all the criminals and make a pure world where no one is evil. And then obviously people wise up to the fact that someone is somehow killing all these different people. And so they're like, okay, this is like without due process or anything like that. And so it turns into a cat and mouse game where the person on the right is a detective who is trying to chase down the person with the death note on the left. It is literally just cat and mouse back and forth. And the guy with the death note goes from high schooler who just wants to make the world a better place to a fucking madman with a god complex who's willing to kill his own dad in order to keep the whole con going. It gets crazy. But the writing is so good. It was a page turner until the very end. Yes, H says, to win, Light only needed a name. Meanwhile, L needed to prove the existence of God in court. Yeah, my God. Which is a whole bunch of different rules and stuff like that with it. But I won't get into it. But what I will get into is probably one of the single most intense openings in anime ever that belongs to Death Note. Okay, here it is. Oh, yeah, we gotta watch the chip scene. Yeah, that's a word for it. It's like a fever dream. What? Wait. What do you mean before anime music videos were a thing? I was making anime music videos with Linkin Park for like 3 years before this came out. Thank you very much. Yeah, honestly, like anime music videos ended up introducing me to a lot of music, but that's getting way, way deep. God. I'll show you one, because like I swear I've got like I got some in here. I swear I rescued some of my anime stuff. Anime music videos. But God, where did I put it? I don't know. Where is it? Oh well. I had them uploaded on YouTube, but eventually they took them all down because of copyright infringement. Go figure! But yeah, let's not get distracted. We need to talk about the dubbing. So there's a huge argument in anime. Is the original Japanese voiceover better than the English voiceover? Because holy shit. Basically, your mileage varies based on which English voices that you get. And from Death Note, there's one scene in particular that became a meme among the anime community for how off the wall the English voice was. And that is the chip scene.
Judging by the number of cameras he's planted, he's planning to make a decision within a short period of time. Any normal person would slip under these circumstances, but it won't be that easy with me, Elle. This is the closest you'll get. I've set things up so that criminals will continue to die over the next 3 weeks. But Elle is aware by now that Kira can control the times of death of his victims. Therefore, to avoid suspicion, Elle needs to see that criminals whose names are being broadcast continue to die while I have no access to that information.
Oh, the symptoms are starting!
I'm gonna show you, Elle. With Ryuk's information and my preparations, I can continue to kill criminals whose names are broadcast on the news, while masquerading as a typical high school student studying for his entrance exams. Just watch me, Elle. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left. I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
So over the top!
After dinner, your son just goes back to studying without turning on the TV or his computer?
It's because the entrance exams are 5 days away.
God. But if you want to talk about, like, English voiceovers, have any of you seen Ghost Stories? So, let's see. It's in here. Blah. Yeah. It is right here. This innocent-looking anime. All right. So. Okay, Sage obviously knows what's coming. But, like, this doesn't look like any different anime on the surface, right? It is literally, originally just about a group of school kids who are in a town that happens to have a lot of spirits and like paranormal stuff going on. And it's like a villain of the week. You find a strange villain, find a strange paranormal thing. They have to figure out what's going on, and they have to stop the paranormal thing before it does damage, right? And so the people who were trying to translate this had this brilliant idea. They were like, okay, this is some of the most generic writing I've ever seen. All right? So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to let all of you voice actors improvise. That's right. They let the voice actors improvise their lines completely, with several exceptions. All the names of the characters could not change. So, those stay true to the original. And the basic action had to stay the same. Like, the paranormal thing still had to happen, and it had to be solved in the same way. As long as those things happened, the voice actors were allowed to improvise their lines, and oh boy, they went to town on this thing. They went to town on this thing. All right, if you thought the chip scene was ridiculous, this is ridiculous in the opposite direction.
Remember, if it wasn't for me, your friend would be headlining in heaven. Or according to born-again Betty, hell, since after all he is Jewish.
Kaya!
You! What do you want?
Thanks a lot, man.
Huh? I think she's right. You are retarded.
I'm all alone, forgotten, like a black family in Bush America.
I mean, I like Terry O'Quinn and all, but that guy's a freak. Is Naveen Andrews still screwing Barbara Hershey? Remember her lips and beaches? And why do fags like that movie so much? God. Oh, perfect. It's in Japanese. Jing Chao Nong Ning Tao. It's Chinese. Luckily, I can read Barricade. A police station! Thank God! I never thought I'd be happy to see one of those things. Hey, put the donuts down! Drop the Krispy Kreme, Serpico! We need your help
Does
here!
my house look like my father and my brother after 9 months or something?
Yeah, diggity!
They were tempted by fruit, and they knew they were sinful and naked without Jesus. Hello, sinner. God, can you go bomb an abortion clinic or something? You just wait. When that wonderful president finishes stacking the Supreme Court, we won't have to. Don't forget what I told you about premarital sex. Abstinence only, got it. Stupid rabbit. Come on, jump.
I said jump! You're such a crybaby, Ketchero. That's why they pick on you. You gotta be like Cameron Diaz in the paparazzi. Bam!
It's not right to teach a child to respond with violence. He should follow the example of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and forgive his persecutors.
Yeah, and take a look at what happened to him.
You're not helping.
Maybe Momoko is right. You should go Gandhi and show kindness to your enemies, and by doing so, turn them into friends.
You're a fag, and he should join the football team.
Yeah, gay jokes were in that, at that point. It's just something I had to accept.
But he... What? Ketchero, what are you, retarded? ago. Now we'll never find out who the ghost is. I hope to God you're adopted.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Pump! 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 Think of a big black man chasing you!
Shirotami,
Bunny.
please forgive me for bringing you back to life. I know now that it could never work between us. As much as we wanted to, it could never be. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
You'll have to catch me first, fat ass.
Come back here, you coward!
You lose weight, you'd move faster.
Hold it right there.
Oh, the music teacher. What a bitch.
When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh, his funny little requests,
Touch me.
his reprimands.
Touch me harder.
Now get out of my way! I'm getting my little brother!
Mop girl!
You're on our side? Wait a minute, what's your angle? What happened to my leg?
If you break it, your little brother's going to the retarded school in the sky.
Pardon me? I really enjoyed running with you today. Don't you have any money for shoes? Did the Crips beat you up and take yours too? They took mine, and now my dad only buys me cheap ones from Payless. Yeah, genius, but all the rabbits are dead. We should get out our best stationery and our pins and ask Amy Grant for those 3 wishes.
Look what I've got.
Yo, Sensei, dig. What's haps on the craps with snaps?
Cracker.
The piano? I'm sure I'll live a long, miserable life of heartbreak and alcoholism before a ghost takes me out. If you're lying, thank you. I told you I'm going to be fine. Why are you still crying? Because these pajamas are gay.
My God. God, Sage, if we were drinking to problematic jokes, you'd be smashed in the first 5 minutes. Like, seriously, there's nothing hinged about this dub. In any sense of the word. Woo! That is the point. Okay, fair. Fair. Whew! Okay, so, God, where the hell was my point? I think I lost the point 30 episodes ago. That's right. Okay, so. Yes, back to this issue right here. Yes, remember Jingle Jingle? This is the issue of Shonen Jump with a whole bunch of different manga in it. Yes, this was what really introduced me to the anime community as a whole. So a lot of the anime I ended up watching in high school tended to come out of this. And so, like, from this publisher and everything like that. God, and so, yeah, like Dragon Ball Z was one of them, but I didn't really watch that one nearly as much, and I was trying to figure out why, and I realized that instead of Dragon Ball Z, I ended up following two other major, like, shonen fighter animes. The first one is this one, The Poltergeist Report, also known as Meow. Meow! Jason, thank you so much for the 145 biddies. Welcome. How you doing? But yeah, the basic premise of this is that this guy is a high school delinquent. You know the type if you watch any anime. Skips school, goes to an alley, smokes with her friends, gets into gang fights, all that kind of stuff. Has a devil could care attitude. Until, and I shit you not, he finds a kid who's just like playing with like a soccer ball in the street. And just like ends up playing with him for a little bit, makes him laugh and stuff. All cool, right? Well, then a car comes out and barrels straight for the kid. And the delinquent's like, oh no, the kid's about to get hit, and pushes the kid out of the way and gets hit himself. And he's like, okay, great, the kid's alive. But then he looks down and realizes, oh shit, I'm dead. And so as he's realizing that he's dead, a spirit from the dead comes over and says, hey, look, we didn't really expect you to actually save the kid. Like, seriously, everyone thought you couldn't have given two shits about him? So, we haven't written your judgment report yet or anything like that. We don't got a place for you. So, here's the deal. We're gonna give you your life back, but in exchange, you need to work for us. And so he turns into a demon hunter. With that same devil could care attitude. And it has some of the best characters. Like all four of these guys, absolutely amazing. Like, I could go into, like, more detail about each one. I want to see if I can find, like, a good clip. Just to give you an idea of what this is like. Do. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this person posted. This is like original stuff.
Hey, Kuwabara, let me introduce you to these guys. That's Hiei, and his name is Karama. A pleasure.
Well, I don't have a clue what's going on, but it sure is nice to have a helping hand.
Helping is not the right word. Koenma may regard us as equals, but I do not. Once inside the castle, I suggest you let us do the work. As far as I'm concerned, we're babysitting.
Listen, you puny jerkface, I'm gonna have to beat you up if you keep talking down to us that way.
Let's avoid fighting. You're not worth it.
Oh, that's it!
But you, Detective, are a different story. I plan to take my revenge on you, so consider this fair warning.
Oh, you want to ignore me, huh?
Hiei, we must face this current business before you start your own.
Don't worry, Three Eyes. If we survive this, I'll be glad to take you on. Now, is this a perfect team or what?
I say we make them come out here and...
Yeah, okay, and yeah, that's their team dynamic right there. You got the competent delinquent, you got the himbo delinquent, you got the tsundere guy, and then you got the cool bishi dude. God, I just realized, how many of you actually know what bishi means? Bishi means pretty boy. Hell yeah. Okay, so that was the first one that I really got into, and the second one, God, I'm just realizing that, like, both. What is it with anime and, like, making delinquents into fighters? You know? Because the fucking second one that I was really into was Bleach, right here. And yeah, another high schooler, kind of delinquent, not nearly as delinquent as Yu Yu Hakusho, as Yusuke, the title character. But he would be the same type who would pick out fights. And win them single-handedly. Now, where Yusuke had to die to get his spiritual powers in order to be able to work for, like, the people of Hell. Ichigo, the protagonist of Bleach, was somehow born with some innate spiritual ability. He always found it that it was like a quirk that he could see ghosts. Until one day, he ends up running into a Soul Reaper, a female Soul Reaper, and is able to see her. And Soul Reapers exorcise bad spirits and guide good spirits to heaven, basically. That's their role. Now, they usually do this completely invisible, because they're ghosts. But Ichigo can see them. And so, basically, just completely gets in the way of this girl and ends up running into some trouble when the ghost that she's trying to exorcise ends up trying to attack him and his family. And so, in this case, the girl Soul Reaper tries to save him, but ends up getting injured in the process. And so basically says, hey, you injured me. And so now you gotta take my job. Because I can't use my powers. So you've gotta run around doing my job instead. And that's how it starts. Alright, let me go ahead and throw a clip on here. So yeah, two things. For me is absolutely great characters, but second of all, the music is also, like, every single soundtrack is a banger. For here. Okay, let's see. Ichi. Let me get that scene up here. Do.
悪霊退治にやってきた。あいにく今まで死神は一回も見たことがねえんだ。見えないもんは信じない主義なんでね。今見ているで。
Okay, apparently they cut it up, but blah.
For this.
Yes. God, yes. Oh, this is hitting the nostalgia. I'm gonna draw on your face for that comment. Anyway. Now I gotta go and listen to, like, the intro, because I haven't listened to the intro in a while. Oh, much I could get into with each and every one of these. But yeah, each of them really connected for me in different ways. And that's why I appreciate them. But yeah, it was Yu Yu Hakusho and Bleach that I was watching instead of Dragon Ball Z, because those fights still get on the level of Dragon Ball Z. With like the level of fights they do. I need to... Let me actually show off a fight. Can I show off a fight? Maybe? Yeah, let me hope it's not... This one's not cut up.
That's it.
Okay, this is from Bleach.
Fall upon this world.
Yeah. This is, we have Dragon Ball Z at home. We can go Super Saiyan with our spiritual pressure and all that. That's what I was into. While everyone else was going Super Saiyan 3, I was going Shikai to Bankai, man. That's where it was for me. God. But yeah, it wasn't just like the super adrenaline-packed anime that was there. Because like, this publisher, Jump, was focused on the adrenaline-packed stuff. For those of you who don't read Japanese, shonen is actually a bit of a genre name in the manga terms, and it means it's aimed towards young men, like teenage boys. And so, yes, there is the counterpart, which is aimed toward teenage girls. And so there's plenty of girly anime and stuff like that out there, which I ended up getting into myself. So, number one, I've talked about this one before, but Cardcaptor Sakura was a big one that I was into. A magical girl anime as well, so I won't go too much into it. But there were others that I was into as well. I'm not sure if anyone actually knows about this one. But at the time, I was also really into like anything furry I could get my hands on. And so when I saw that there was a furry magical girl anime out there, I had to figure out what it was. And yeah, basically, there's not actually too much behind this anime. It is very surface level, like cute girls who transform into magical girls, but each of them have like an animal that they're like channeling, sort of a thing. There was some plot about like extinct animals and like channeling their extinct like DNA and stuff like that. And so he had a cat, a wolf, but he had like a cat, a wolf, a monkey, those types of like animal focused stuff. And so like I really, really loved like the costumes and stuff. Whether like I actually loved the story, no, it was like cringe as hell. But like, God, if I didn't want to have that like pink outfit while I was in high school, I would have loved the hell out of being a pink kitty girl. And look at me now! I'm a pink kitty girl, bitch! The world didn't stop me! I can be a pink skitty if I want to. Take that, homophobic high school community. Hehehehe. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then there was Fruits Basket was another aimed towards teenage girls, and this one had a bit of an interesting theme to it because, like, you'll have like kind of guilty pleasure animes all over where like a male protagonist has a bunch of girls that are into him. Well, this was kind of the opposite. It was almost like a harem where there were a bunch of guys who were interested in this girl. And again, keeping with the furry theme, each of these people had a curse based on one of the animals of the Chinese zodiac. So that's why you end up having the cat. Oh! What do you mean there's no cat in the Chinese zodiac? This is... Well, that's actually a huge part of the anime. It's apparently... It's a conspiracy! That the cat was left out of the Chinese zodiac. What about you take those apples and shove them, or whatever? Fuck, I don't know. God, this is... Ugh. This is at all making sense why I love this. I don't know, chat's really quiet ever since I stopped with the comedy anime. Should we just watch ghost stories for the rest of this? Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a bathroom break. I need to go pee. I will be back though. And you all can decide amongst yourselves if you'd rather watch ghost stories for the rest of the time, or if you still want to hear about more anime. Because believe me, I have got sports anime, I have got slice of life anime, I've got historical anime, you name it. I've got anime to talk about. I just don't want to bore people to death. Anyway, I'm going piss. Let me know if you care to hear more. Alright, I'm back. And yeah, don't mind what I was saying before. That was just my need for validation coming in again. But I don't need validation. I said I'm gonna be talking about my favorite animes from high school, and damn it, you're gonna be here to hear it. If you don't care about it, you can go do something else. Whatever else. I don't give a fuck. Yo, Conan, welcome! So, continuing the train of girls anime, I have to talk about Azumanga Daioh. So, I think I've already talked about it a little bit before. I do remember... Oh yeah. I mentioned her. Right here. This girl over here being a girl goal. Yeah, a trans girl goal. But yeah, like, just the idea of being a high school girl with the other girls, that was a huge fantasy of mine. And pretty much that's all this was. This is a slice of life anime about just being a high school girl, right? And yeah, we do slip back into the comedy with this. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Do. Okay, we got some out of context clips. That should be good enough, right? Alright, let's see what amalgamation of chaos we're gonna get here. Azumanga Daioh, but out of context from 7 years ago.
Hey, Yomi. Okay, start!
Okay. I will provide just a tiny bit of context, because it's worth it, just to see what kind of jokes that they're putting in here. So this first clip, she's trying to pull apart chopsticks. This is what you typically get when you're just getting disposable chopsticks. They are mostly detached, except oh my god, it can be really, really hard to split them evenly, especially if it's like not good quality. And so she ends up pulling it, and it pulls apart cleanly, and she's like, yes, I got it pulled cleanly. Just little victories, you know, slice of life.
Hey, Yomi.
An entire episode dedicated to her having the hiccups.
Start! For example, you...
The magical power to break her pigtails. I don't even have an explanation for that one. That's just anime being anime. Whee! I need to see that loop. Woo! Woo!
For example, you could...
That's the teacher. She's an idiot.
I mean...
That was such a small bit of the clip, but yeah. Osaka, character yawning.
I mean, thinking about me...
Yeah, so she yawns. And the thing of it is, two other characters are all like, hey, that's a pretty good yawn. I bet I can yawn for longer. And so they get into this yawning contest, and the three of them will literally yawn themselves asleep. So they're late for their next period because they were having a yawning contest. These guys are idiots. I love them so much.
I mean, thinking about me going to work and getting married? I can't imagine it.
Damn it! Let's go and drink another round! Alright, and you're buying!
Hello? Their classmate was in that fursuit originally, by the way. And now there's this old man in there.
This is an escalator.
Yes, that is an escalator. Yes, it's definitely silly. So this girl is pushing the teacher away from the car. Which may or may not have to do with the fact that she was given a ride to the beach by that teacher, and the teacher decided to break the speed limit because that's the way she drives, and scared the piss out of her. And so when they had the opportunity to go to the beach again, and she started to get into the driver's seat, girl's like, nope, nope, not you. Anyone but you.
I did it! Split right in half!
Huh?
What have you done?
What? Okay.
Yeah, you broke the melon, because that's like the Japanese version of piñatas. You spin around and then you try and break the melon. That's a traditional game. Except the girl was like trying to come up with a really funny thing to say, but the melon broke before she could say her moment. She's like, no, I can put it back together. I can rescue this.
Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
Anyone want a drink? Me! I'll be back in a bit. And they literally like start floating out to sea as they're waiting, and they just don't even notice.
To adult relationships, is it all like pervy and stuff? Yeah, it's pervy and then some. Ooh, like what? Well, for example... What? Hey, what did that just mean? Shh, be quiet and listen. You'll understand it when you grow up.
Teacher literally getting so smashed on alcohol that she lets her classmates know about, like, some fucking sexy experiences that she had. And apparently, goes on for a while.
It's not dead. It's not dead. It's not dead.
The reason that she's saying that this little cat plush isn't dead is that she won it in a carnival game, a festival game, and she was using one of those air-powered rifles where you just, like, pop a cork out of the rifle, right? Completely harmless. Perfectly fine for a carnival game, right? Well, then one of her classmates is a dick and then walks up to her and is like, wow, great job. You get to keep the cat you shot. Hope you enjoy the dead cat. And the poor girl, she's like, it can't be dead. I didn't mean to shoot it. I just wanted to take it home. God. With friends like that, do you really need enemies?
It's not dead.
By the way, same girl who's right here, who saw her other friend falling asleep and nodding off, and so what does she do but grabs a stool and puts it right in front of her, just to wait for her to head bonk it. She is a real dick. God. Oh. I'm remembering something, because, like, the anime community really got into this, and there was a parody, a Lord of the Rings parody that they did with this show. I gotta figure out if it's still here. Yes, it is! Okay. It's just basically they took the 3 trailers for Lord of the Rings and put clips from this anime to it. We'll just watch the first one.
こういう状況で連続殺人があったりすんねんな。ドラマやったら。ああ、そうだな。一人、また一人。いつの間にか姿を消していると思ったら。お、いいじゃん。それで。
In the lands of Middle-earth, legend tells of the Dark Lord Sauron, and the ring that would give him the power to enslave the world. Lost for centuries, it has been sought by many, and has now found its way into the hands of the most unlikely person imaginable. Sauron needs only this ring to cover all the lands in darkness.
What must I do?
The ring must be destroyed.
The ring must be cast back into the fires of Mount Doom.
There is evil there that does not sleep.
Sauron's forces are already moving. They will find the ring and kill the one who carries it.
No! Come on, Frodo! I cannot do this alone.
You have my sword.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
This task was appointed to you, and if you do not find a way, no one will.
The enemy has many spies. Birds, beasts.
Something draws near. I can feel it.
Get off the road!
Hide! Always remember, Frodo, the ring is trying to get back to its master. It wants to be found. Let us hope that our presence may go unnoticed.
wish the ring had never come to me.
Back, you devil!
I wish none of this had happened. You will find your courage.
If you want him, come and claim him.
God, the dedication of the anime fans back then. What about that for a fan creation? I mean, it's stupid, but like, that was the whole point of the anime. Like, you literally saw just how stupid the pits were in the anime. And it fits so well. It is hella amazing. Whew. Right. So what other things did I get into? So, you might have heard of this thing called sports anime, right? And the idea is like, okay, how can you actually make sports entertaining? Right, ball go and hoop. Right, ball go this way, ball go that way. It's really hard to get into normally. And so, sports anime solves that problem with several things. First of all, they build strong characters, number one. Number two, they'll usually build it up in a way that they pretend like you don't know the first thing about the sport. So, they'll introduce you to the rules and the strategies and stuff like that. And third, they build the whole thing up as like a war epic, in a way, you know? Like, the underdog has to beat, like, the entire tournament, sort of a thing. And so basically they try and get you to root for the underdog. And so they'll do that, and they'll exaggerate things in very anime-like ways. So that leads me to my very first sports anime. This one is Prince of Tennis. And if you actually like look at the characters, they are definitely like pretty boy bait. Basically, like, they are essentially supposed to be like the prettiest boys you ever know, and you want to watch them like play because they're just being so stinking cute and fun, right? In Japan, they really dove into this. They made dating simulators. They made visual novels. So much to get you to, like, you know, the idea is like you pick one and, oh, they're a heartthrob sort of a thing. But that's not what I originally got into them for. I got into it because originally of the over-the-top tennis. How over the top can you get with tennis? Well, picture the wildest thing you can imagine them doing with tennis and multiply that by 100. What do I mean by that? Let me look for Prince of Tennis Dinosaur Extinction. Yes, yes. They still have it up here. How tennis destroyed the dinosaurs. It was this YouTube clip that I found as in high school. And I'm like, what the fuck is this anime? and it got me into this. So yes, this is gonna be a visual spectacle, so you gotta be watching this. Okay? Okay, eyes on the screen. Eyes on the screen. We're gonna get going in 3, 2.
部長、手塚ゾーンか。相手のどんなリターンも全て自分の周囲に戻ってくるよう回転をかける手塚の奥義。彼にできることはもう何もない。
ゲーム&マッチ青春学園手塚
Just how crazy this was! Oh my god! So, let's go over this again. So, here is their rationale for this, right? Let me turn down the volume a bit. Okay, so this player on our team has a technique he calls the Tezuka Zone, and the idea is that he will put a spin on the ball so that no matter how you hit the ball, it always will come back to him, to the point where he doesn't actually have to move around the court anymore. Yes, it's got some bullshit reasoning about like doing overspin and stuff like that and whatever. So he is doing this to this poor guy through this entire game. And so somehow, trying to translate this for anime dramatic purposes, they get this idea, how do we translate this to show exactly like how broken it is? They come up with the idea, you know what draws everything in? A black hole. Brilliant! Yeah. It's like not a vacuum, not a black hole, right? It sucks in all light and everything around it. So we're gonna, okay, let's roll with that. Let's go with that idea of the black hole. What can we do to then use a black hole to like attack, sort of a thing? And so, they come in, they overlay the player over the black hole, saying it's sucking in all the returns, do. And then he returns each of them. So what is that like? Oh, it's like when a black hole goes supernova or whatever, explodes and emits a ton of light and spits everything out. And so all the fuck did you just make me do? Fuck it, you just better deal with the stink while I continue to explain this. So, each of these returns are kind of like a meteorite coming down to Earth. That's their logic, right? And what is the most cataclysmic destruction a meteorite has ever done? That is destroying the dinosaurs. So that is their leap of logic to go, yes, 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 perfect, print it, animate it, we'll do it. And so that was the scene. This was the clip that got me to be like, what the fuck is this anime? And I was actually really surprised to find like the characters were really, really fun. Let me see if I can find a good clip in here. Because, like, as over the top as it is, a lot of it just boils down to, like, going through and trying to outsmart your opponent. And it turns into a drama each episode where, like, each player is trying to outsmart the other. Where, like, sure, you have powerful techniques, but the other players also have powerful techniques. And so that means that each of these players, like, find weaknesses in the other's techniques and exploit them and stuff like that. It's amazing how few clips there are here. Yeah, I'll just do the... Let's see. Okay, yeah. We'll do funny moments just because I'll give some character stuff. To see just how cute these guys are. Because, I fell in love with them. And by the way, this redhead was mine. This redhead was such a fucking cutie. Okay, so their trainer is a little bit psychotic, but they're doing training and he comes up with a punishment drink that they have to drink if they miss, just to give them a little extra motivation. I'm surprised how long they're spending on this clip. I thought it was supposed to be multiple moments. Okay, so apparently, they're just keeping with this one clip all the way through. Oh well, I would show you more if they had more to show. Oh god. And along with that sports anime, I need to talk about this one. Hikaru no Go. Hello? Okay, apparently we are back. Yeah, my computer completely crashed. God, what is this? Something's not working. There we go. Yeah, that was awkward. Oh shit, we got like... what, 5 minutes left? As we're letting people come back? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, there was a sports anime called Hikaru no Go, and it was literally about a board game, 5,000-year-old board game, kind of like Japanese chess. Now it's shogi. I can't use chess for that, and Japanese checkers, whatever. Anyway, that got me into actually playing the game, except for the fact that the game itself was boring. But yes, the last one I'll go ahead and talk about is Inuyasha, because Conan mentioned it. Yes. So Inuyasha is about a girl who lives with, like, a girl who lives on a Japanese shrine. And it turns out... I've never heard it described this way before, but it's not wrong. It turns out the well behind her shrine is a time machine. She's got a well time machine. Yeah, let me show this. Yasha Kagome as well. Huh. Falls in well? I guess not. Clip? What we got? God, they are all so random. Okay, but let me at least explain a little bit more. So, she goes back in time through this well to, like, medieval feudal Japan, and she finds a world where demons exist. And she ends up running into a half-demon who is the pretty boy protagonist Inuyasha. And basically, it turns out that this girl somehow has a big old plot MacGuffin PowerPoint that, like, if a demon has it, they turn all powerful. But in episode 1, it breaks into 1,000,000 pieces. And so now they have to find all 1,000,000 pieces, because even a shard of the thing can give the demon a whole bunch of power. Alright, let me just do some funny Inuyasha moments then. But yeah, the idea is that the dog demon Inuyasha originally was trying to get this jewel, but ends up working with her in order to track down the different shards.
Time I was here.
Okay, that's way in the future. I want some early clips. Please? Well, at least this one's from, like, the 5th episode or something. God. And yeah, that was from... But... Stop. Stupid YouTube and autoplay.
Nice to meet you, bitch.
Yo, Volpe! Volpez? Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How you doing?
Oh, hi.
But yeah, that is where these openings come from. And I absolutely watched, like, I had the first 18 episodes. I managed to find, like, the first 18 episodes on DVD. And I watched them over and over. Cause it looks so cool. And also, yes, they have a giant cat mount who flies with fire. How cool is that? I remember having a plush toy of her. Gah. Loved her so. Trip of nostalgia. I really appreciate you all coming down. Alright. But yeah, we're gonna end things right there. Shout out to Volpes for that follow. Shout out to Zap for the resub. Shout out to Jason for the biddies. And every single one of you for coming out. Thank you so much to Taya and Conan for modding. And big, big love to my boyfriend Zap and my sis Noelle. Your phone overheated while you were lurking. Well, that's awkward. Alright. Let's see what I know that's streaming right now. Who can we pass you off to? Do I know anyone? Who's that? Well, there's Attack Rack. And there's also Papelbone, super cutie. Let's see. Who would be the best to pass you off to? Oh, I do know someone! This is my friend Cody. I would raid into my friend Cody, but Wrath of Darkness redeemed Guide the Raid, so we're gonna be raiding into Squirrel Pascals. You give him my love, okay?